It's Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberin time! Clobberonimo!
Come get some.
It's Clobberin time!
The word is given.
Clobberonimo!
Yo, Clobberonimo. Greetings, clobberers, clobberuskis, clobberoids, clobberians, clobonis, clobberonimos, all who clob. And if you do not yet clob, but you would like to, all you got to do is learn how to burn the rocks together, guys. Hey, 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 welcome to Clobberin Times, issue number 494 on YouTube. 1,494 overall. Yeah. And it is, of course, Monday night Moxie Comics Talk, coming at you from the Baxter Building basement, as always. Secretly located on the Isle of Misfit Toys and solely owned and operated by me, Clobby, captain of the Kirby Commandos, of which I preside as absolute ruler. You will obey me. Hey, 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 hey. I want to thank everyone, including my great buddy J-Man, who joined me earlier for our B Monday show presentation of the week. Our monthly visit to Earth B for our Bob Haney Wacky World of Bob Haney presentation. We had a lot of fun reviewing World's Finest number 222 for you. Lots of fun. It was great, and I appreciate Jay hanging out with me here. As join us every B Monday of the month for a trip to Earth B. Lots of fun. And now the bonus round, of course, the regular Monday night, Marcy Comics Talk. Sunday night. Anyway, let's see here. I'll do some shout outs and we'll get to the shout outs. We got nothing big planned for tonight. So if you got anything to talk about comic book related, let's do it. First, let's see. As I said, every B Monday, it's our trip to the wacky world of Bob Haney. But every other Monday, the other 3 Mondays of the month, it's, of course, hanging out on my buddy J-Man's channel. J-Man and Sean and I, of course, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, reviewing every single appearance of the Legion of Superheroes, my beloved Legion, and only the ones that count, 1958 through 1989, all of them, every single adventure, from basically from Adventure Comics 247 to Legion Baxter series, in other words, Legion of Superheroes Volume 3, number 63, and that'll be it. And we're about to like 1972 or something, and we were just started last week. We just started the first Legion title, when it had their own title anyway, not counting the reprint with their name on it, called Superboy, starring the Legion of Superheroes, shared title, 197. So we're now to my sweet spot era that we really love the Cary Bates, Dave Cockrum era, which is truly a wonderful era for Legion fans. So, and we've done like 41 episodes so far, so we got a long way to go. A lot of Legion to cover in chronological order, of course, and we will do so. So that's always a lot of fun. That is the other 3 Mondays of the month. And then let's see. Tuesdays and Thursday nights, I am always hanging out on my good buddy Tom Connor's channel, The Extraordinary. As you all know, everyone knows about Midnight's Edge After Dark, his channel. It's Mead. It's a great channel with a big group there always, and hanging out with Tom and the gang, commenting on pop culture. Lots of fun. I'm always honored to be there. And Wednesday nights, sometimes I'm at Loki's channel with the comic book roundtable at 7, but that's not this week. There won't be a show this week. Loki's got something to go out and do. So I will, however, be here for Wild Card Wednesday night, in which it's Wild Card. It's wild and it's cardy. Sometimes I just do sit here and talk to you guys about anything geek. And other times, once in a while, I keep it wild so we can stick a topic on there and have a guest or just some other topic that we want to talk about. I think I'm going to do a topic at least one. Try to start averaging at least one topic show a month. Either having a guest on or an actual topic to talk about on Wednesday nights. So I'm all over that. And next month, we'll definitely have another members stream. And then, of course, Thursday night, Clobby's Clubhouse is in session again. Mark D will be back full time for us, and he will be there to. I'm missing something. I lost something. Where is it? All right, folks, I'm panicking. Something fell. Having a bit of a technical difficulty, folks. Oh, no, I figured it out. I found it. Sorry. Anyway, where were I? Okay, I'm an idiot. Pay no mind to me. But yes, we'll have our Blake 7 episode review. Star 1, season 2 finale. Yes, sir. And our Kolchak episode. And, of course, our Star Trek comic review. Looking forward to that. And then back on J-Man's channel every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Standard Time, where J-Man and Sean and I continue our reviews of Jack King Kirby's legendary seminal run on the world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four 1 through 102, and, of course, annuals 1 through 6. We start with annual number 1 this week coming up, so looking forward to that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'll be hanging out with my good buddy Nick, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser on his channel with the Friday Night Comic Shop Boys. We'll be reviewing some amazing Spider-Man from the Romita era, I think 46 through 49, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe somewhere up in there. I'm looking forward to that. And, of course, Saturday Night Star Trek Voyager season 6 finale. Only 2 episodes instead of 4. Then we'll do our best and worst of season 6. Hopefully the chief engineer will join us. And let's see. Shout outs to my great wrenches, whether they're here or not, they get the shout out. Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. Chris Bursch, a Vindicated Wrench of the Great White North. Shout out to your good father there, buddy. D-Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, Avon lives, long live the Legion, God of Wrenches. J-Man, the aforementioned J-Man, of course, the Wrench Without Fear, partner in crime on Earth B, fantastic reviewer extraordinaire, fantastic Legionnaire extraordinaire, I should say. Clobber Time's own great music meister, Max Redstone. Fanty outside of the Rascally Wrench. Larry, our triple Bullwinkle Wrench, the great Maddie's daddy, and of course, Kal-El, the Super Wrench. And let's see who is up and in the chat so far. FKH. What's up, Tim? Good to see you. 1701 text. Yo, brother. Yay, D-Bud. Wagner. What's up, brother? Claude Saling. Hello. Greetings. Max. Panty. Penny. Hello again, Panty. Penny, what's you doing? Hope you're doing well. And that's so far we got everybody. Anyone else who pops in, of course, will be duly shouted out because I got nothing going on tonight. I didn't get to review anything. Well, I did review that. We did review that Bob Haney comic. And I must say, J-Man and I reviewed one of the weird. That's every time you think Bob Haney can't surprise you. Whew, boy, was that something. Jesus Christ. Bob was something else. But it's fun. I love that was number, I think, like 19 of our Bob Haney shows that we've been doing once a month for obviously a good while now, and it is a lot of fun. What was it, 19? I think it was 19. So was it 16? Was it 19? Now I get those two confused. Even though it's not necessarily comic related, I went ahead and backed that prisoner toy, Wandering Planet. They're running out of time to back them, and I just went ahead and I bit the bullet. I wish Rob Waltus was here so I could tell him. You know, obviously, I can't afford all of them. The last project, I was able to back a few. Hey, Joe Dog, what's up? Any comments, questions you have, please, anyone, go for it, and I'll answer them. And the prisoner Wandering Planet Toys prisoners are going like 3 days left to back their project. And obviously I could not afford to get everything, which I would like, just like last time, I could not afford to get everything, unfortunately. But add-ons. I've got some add-ons. I did. It was a kind of a tough choice to decide what to add. There are a lot of cool ones. They went with a lot of number 2s this time. But let's see. I'm trying to find the one. There we go. Tricky. Trying to get to the site. Where are you? Damn it. How do you get to the damn site? Dang it. Wow. It's not easy to navigate that damn site. I mean, I was going to show you the thing I got. Oh, well, we'll find it later. A lot of times, not a question, but did you see the Newsflash over the Action 1 reprint? It's kind of a question. In the first issue, Newsflash over the Action 1 reprint. The world's finest, in the world's finest issue. Oh, the news was Action number 1 sold for $1,800, and 8.5 sold last month for $6 million. Yeah, oh yeah. I was looking at that. We showed that. Yeah. Sort of a question, but you know it works. Yes, Fanty saw that. Noticed that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive now, isn't it? Joe Dog says, bad news. There's a new game called Marvel Rivals by NetEase Games, and they've been attacking customers for getting early access to the games. They also said we can't criticize the game. What? You can't criticize the game. How's it their decision who criticizes a game? Wow. They can't criticize it, huh? How about, oh man. Well, how convenient. They can sell you a game, but you can't criticize it. Gwag, I couldn't get the Rover add-on. I wanted to get it, but it's just too expensive, man. I had a choice. I could have got maybe a lesser. I mean, it just would have been too much. I stretched getting this one. I mean, remember, we're not even going to get that toy for a year. It's going to be June of next year before we get it. And the only reason I didn't want to stretch any money at all, because those I love the figures we got, but they are very small. They're tiny. But still, they're prisoner toys. You're just never going to have prisoner toys unless you get someone who can custom make them, or you can afford those really expensive boutique toys, which I can't. This is as close to affordable as I can get. So last time, although I'd love to have sprung a bunch of money and had them to the 2 years after they finally came out, I just barely was able to afford one. So I did that in the first thing. In this one, I'm paying up money that's going to be sitting around that I'm not even going to be getting for a year, but at least they proved with that last one that that eventually they're going to come out. So that's good. But I couldn't, it would have been, the add-on, man, it was an add-on and it was cool. I really wanted it too. I wanted that Rover add-on. Now they had the little $6 inflatable one, but who wants that? I wanted the real one with the number 6 in the case. In the Rover case. But I couldn't really, you can't buy that up front. You got to buy one of the new ones and then you can add it on. I would love to have done that, Gwag, but I just can't. I had to make a choice. And they did a lot of number 2s on this one. When is Mark D with the C getting that time machine built? According to him, to his history, he is supposed to get one up and running in the next 16 months, but perhaps I've said too much. Lol, says Fanty. Glax says, I really wish they would do some 12 prisoner figures that would go with the rest of my collection of figures. I understand that, buddy. Me too. I'll take what I can get, though, because it's a prisoner. Like I said, up until not long ago, I was pretty sure I would not live long enough to ever see forget about live long. I was pretty sure there would never be any kind of prisoner, very little prisoner merch, and certainly no figures. So I went with, like I said, they had a lot of number 2s, and it was tough to choose. So I went to so I can find it here. I went to this box set. I can share it. There we go. So I went for this box set. Chimes of Big Ben. It's a nice Chimes of Big Ben box set. It has Leo McKern and Angelo Muscat, of course. Angelo Muscat. So I got that's a pretty cool combo figure. Now remember, the last one I got last year. I got the Schizoid Man package, and then I got the because Eric K told me he wanted me to buy one of those other figures from Big Bad Toys, and so I got the Checkmate number 6. Believe me, I wanted them all, and I want all of these, and they're very tiny figures. They really are. They look good, but they're tiny. They're like, I mean, but nevertheless, they're kind of cool. They're prisoner figures. It would have been another $40 to get that other one. So I just didn't do it. And again, that's going to be, man, I'll be alive in June of 2025. I guess. I hope so. But I mean, oh boy. What are you going to do? You are number 6. You'll be back. If you have so much as a bad dream, you will come whimpering to tell it to me. You'll be back. Whimpering. Are they the original Star Wars figure size? Says pretty much around that size, Quag. Yeah. Which is fine. They're really nice. I mean, but they're very much like those. Yes. Degree absolute. Why do you care? I know your voice. I have been here before. Why do you care? You'll never know. Sorry, I see that. I see Leo McKern. I start doing either dialogue from Chimes of Big Ben or Once Upon a Time or Fallout. My friends, a most extraordinary thing happened to me on my way here. Shall I give him a stare? Oh, man, he was brilliant. So now at least I got the best number 2. I mean, there were some great number 2s, but he's the best. Leo McKern was the best. You really are the limit, number 6. Chimes of Big Ben's greatness. Yeah, buddy. So it'll be good to have that at least. I would, man, I really, and number 1 really wanted that Rover. Raquel really wanted that Rover really bad, and if I could have, I would have got it for her. But you can only get it as an add-on. You know, if I could have gotten that, just that, but that's from the original pack. So anyway, there you go. There you have it. Darren Nesbitt was okay, but come on. Let's see, Nesbitt. Let me see. I think wasn't Nesbitt from It's Your Funeral? He's okay. Colin Gordon was excellent. Patrick Cargill was excellent as well. Yeah, but Leo was the best, though. The thing is, It's Your Funeral was not it's one of the weaker episodes. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's still great because it's The Prisoner, but it's not one of the toppers. For me, anyway. You are number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man. So, what do we got going out there with comic books today, kiddies? Or any questions? Any talking? Nothing in real comics, of course, because they never happen. Nothing good going on around there. But anyone have anything to talk about? Marvel Rivals looks like a Disney movie trash version of Overwatch, says Joe Dog. Well, that figures. Oh, Peter Weingard's right up there. Look, I love Checkmate. That's why I was almost tempted to get him. He would have been my second choice if they didn't do McKern. Yeah. A cue ball would work for Raver, says Tex. for Rover. Yeah, a cue ball. I guess a cue ball for Rover. My screen's fuzzy. So no, the Rover pack they have is great. They got a lot of cool stuff here. I mean, see, here's the Rover pack that here's the Rover pack. That's pretty cool. Add-ons, they got a Rover pack. The one, that's the one number one wanted. I have the Schizoid Man one, and I have the Checkmate number 6. Add-on, don't you miss our first. A limited amount of inflatable rotors. I don't like the inflatable one though. I mean, I don't know about the inflatable one. I just want the other one. Damn it, but it's so expensive. It's $40. So no, sir. Gwag, with my order of the $60 for the Chimes of Big Ben set, the add-ons of the Rovers is $50. I mean $40. They have a little inflatable rotor you can get for Rover. You can get for $6, but it's I don't like it much. But you can get the one that Raquel's in love with, the ones for like that has the shell, the really cool looking one. I'll show you again. Okay, if you'll see here, if you see my mouse, this one on the side here, certain items like Rover Edition, Checkmate number 6, penny farthing stand, Schizoid Man set, free for all are available, or all are available in this campaign as add-ons. So this, what you're seeing here, is the Rover thing here. That's not inflatable like the other one, and that's 40 smackles, as Mark likes to say. There you go. You can talk about Kirby's unpublished Prisoner comic or the Prisoner-inspired storyline in FF number 84 and 87. Yeah, I could. I should have reviewed that tonight. Ravenscroft, what's up, buddy? So yeah, if you saw that, yeah, it's so it's $40. So and you can't just, you know what? If they'd let me just buy that, I would, but you can't because it's from the previous set. You have to back one of the new ones, and one of the new ones. And by the way, I have no problem with backing one of the new ones because you get Leo McKern and the little guy, the butler, which is, Chimes of Big Ben set's pretty cool. But then you add another 40 to it. That's like $100. No, and that's $100 you won't even see any payback on for like a year, over a year. I'll remember, for those of you who don't remember, way back when I backed that first one, I was trying to decide, like I said, money was tight like it is now. I couldn't really, if you got everything that was in the whole, hey, Mars, Monkey Max, good to see you. If you bought everything in the whole kit and caboodle, it was like $240. Couldn't do it, so I decided I ended up going as cheap as I could. I got me the Schizoid Man pack, was about like $40 or something, I think. Backed it. Thought, oh man, I hope this comes out. Went a year and almost 2 years. It was like a year and a half or something. It was like over a year and a half or something, I think, if I remember correct. Could be more than that. And then believe one September night or whatever, I was here on the show, and our good buddy Rob Altus popped in, and he said, "Hey, guess what? The prisoner toys are going to happen. They're backed it. They're ready to go. They're going to be out in a couple of months." And I was like, "Oh my God!" I panicked. I checked to make sure I had my, because I had forgotten about it for a year. I just forgot, because I forget things, and I'd been checking up on the updates, and I went and dug into my email and found the latest update, and it said, "Oh no, I'm in. I blacked it. I'm gold. I'm getting it." But you do have to confirm when the time comes, because you got to pay the shipping and crap as well. Yes, they'll ding you for the shipping when the time comes. And that night I was excited talking. Rob was in the chat, and we were looking on Big Bad Toys was offering some as well from that set. They're not gonna have many, but they were gonna have some of them, right? So, which Big Bad Toys had a couple, and Eric K sent me this really very generous super chat for like $30 or $40, whatever it was. He said, because even the individual figures aren't super cheap. And he said, make sure you spend that on one of them. I want you to go right now and pre-order one. Now you couldn't pre-order from the Wandering Toys Kickstarter, but you could do it on Big Bad Toys. So I did. I went on there and I had to choose, and I said, well, there are a lot of cool ones, but I kind of like that Checkmate number 6, because I love Checkmate anyways, Grabs. So I ordered it. Bear in mind that first set, almost all the figures were number 6, with a few exceptions. I think the only number 2 they did was from the Free for All set. So I ordered it, and then it wasn't until January. I think that they start coming out. Maybe we finally got them around January of I want to say maybe 2022, 2023, somewhere. Man, the years but it was a long time. So like I said, I forgot over the course of a long period of time. Now you come out with this set. Gwag says the shipping to Canada will probably cost more than all the figures combined. That's saying something, considering how expensive these figures are. But yeah, but they're small and they don't weigh anything. I tell you that. Even though that box you're seeing there is way smaller than you'd think it is. They got the carded figures as well. So in the new set, if you can see here what they have, here's the new ones that are offered. If you were to get the whole kit and caboodle, it's $285. It consists of, if you're a Prisoner fan, you'll know all these. The General, number 6 from the General. Remember he dressed up like that? Number 2 from Checkmate, Peter Wengard. Number 2 from Dance of the Dead. Number 50 from It's Your Funeral. Why? I don't know. I'm not sure why they want to do that one. Number 16 from Arrival, the cab driver, the girl cab driver. Again, I don't understand. I love these people. Don't get me wrong. I really don't understand doing these 2 characters. I don't get it. So many other ones you could do, in my opinion. But they'll do other ones later. That's fine. I would get them. I would get those if I could. Then a number 6 second edition. Now this, of course, is a Chimes of Big Ben number 6 with the blue jacket. Chimes of Big Ben episode specific 2-pack, which I've got. That's the one I'm getting. Again, It's Your Funeral. Like I said, it's got like number 100 and number what's it's got the old number 2 in it from the episode, if you remember it. Really, it's their funeral. I don't understand why I don't get the decisions that they make in some of these. Hey, by the way, how about this? If you hear me out there, dude, I know it's your friend's company. I love them. Obviously, you know how fans are. I probably would have made some different calls on these choices, but then still, they're all great. I also, at the same time, I would want every one of them. Then you have Chimes of Big Ben 2-pack, special for $83, where you get get number 6 with them. Get this all this, or they got another one for $150, all the single carded figures. A 2-pack where you get both of the bundle packs, or the 2-packs rather, bundle. And of course, Degree Absolute, where you get all of it for even more than that last one was. Add-ons, like like I said, so you saw the add-ons. They got the black Arrival black suit. Oh man, I'd love to get that one too. Okay, so don't take this. This is fanboy stuff, folks. Just take this as a fanboy being a fanboy. I personally would have chosen over It's Your Funeral. I would have picked Hammer into Anvil. Or Living in Harmony. That would have been cool, right? Or A, B, and C. Well, that was be normal. They wouldn't really be abnormal about those. A, B, and C, you get number 6 in a tux, I guess. Oh man, I get a many happy returns, and I would make sure you get the car. How come they have not? This is 2 sets, and they haven't done KAR 120C. The next set should have the car, man, and the old tall man with the top hat who gasses number 6 at the beginning, or gasses John Drake. Maybe John Drake. Chin up, Potter. Play nice. What's up? You're never late, buddy. You're always on time here. Good to see you, sir. So, all right, enough me going off about the Prisoner. I know it's not Wednesday night, although there were some Prisoner comics, but they were the only one that was any good. Never got published other than a later big special book, the Kobe one. Oh, Ida. Anybody with anything to talk about comics wise, though? Who's got some comics talk to ask questions, or what are you reading? If you're reading anything lately, and if it's new, I got nothing. Although I think Joe Dog did say you're never late. MMM, hey, you're never late, man. Oh, there you go. Joe Dog said, I was reading number 6 of the New Teen Titans Volume 2. Okay, excellent. Cool stuff, buddy. Ebert says, you can talk about Kirby's unpublished Prisoner comic, or I saw you mention that earlier. I could, yeah. I haven't been reading anything, Mars. I got you. MMM. Yeah, I hear you, D-Bud, but it's been a long time since I'm going to reread those soon. We'll be reviewing those soon, those FF issues. And as for Kirby's unpublished Prisoner, I have the big book on that. Do you have that book, by the way, the one they did a few years ago? It's got Kirby. It's even got some Gil Kane work in there. I hit a button weird. Everyone hear me? So, okay. But no, you're right, D-Bud, but I had to go back and get prepared. But that is a good topic. I'd want to be prepared to do that topic, to talk about that. So maybe, you know what? That's a good point. I think what we could do right now, though, is we could see if we can find any really crappy Prisoner comics to talk about. Let me check something. Oh, give me a inspired idea. I can tell you how not to do a prisoner comic. Excuse me. Let's see. All right. The ding dong, bing bing bang bong. Someone asked last week about this thing. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I don't have the prisoner book, but I do have the OSFF. Well, of course you do. I never would doubt that for a minute there, brother. I didn't know it was inspired by the prisoner until I saw the show 10 years later. I got you. Gotcha. Yes. Well, I figures Kirby would be a fan. Let's see. Dang it, I had to cough. All right, let's see here. Okay, how not to do a prisoner comic. Did anyone ever read this drivel? I think one of our friends asked me about this last week, and I didn't mean to give them a bad answer. I had to give them my honest take on this, and did not like it. This came out in 1988. I just opened my comic shop at the time when this came out, and 6 of 1 Club highly endorsed it. But yeah, it's kind of Ravenscroft was kind of considered a comic book sequel to The Prisoner. Yeah, Tex. Yeah, this is drivel. I'm just gonna flip it real quick. First of all, a lot of things wrong with it. The story's terrible, but I like, Dean Motter. I guess a lot of people like his stuff. This art sucked. Had some good pictures in this. Here's the trade paperback. It's got some good pictures in it, obviously. Yeah, indeed, D-Bud. Not good. Wag says he gave his away. It's Ook going for stupid money. What? That's the comic. The regular issues are going for stupid money. Agreed, Ravenscroft. That's a good point. Wow, this thing's going for money. Well, this is the trade paperback. It's got a lot of pictures in it that the comic didn't, I guess. This blows goats. I have proof. I'm not going to look at much of it. Crap. Just all about this. I mean, look. Clearly, he knew nothing about the prisoner. And she goes to the island where nothing's there anymore. Yada, 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 yada. Guess who's in there? You're in the village. I need information. In the village? Information. That would be telling. You, however, there he is. You are number 6. That is, of course, number 6. Man, I remember reading this first issue wanting to piss all over it. I can't even do it anymore. I can't even look at this crap anymore. Sorry, everybody. Bunch of poo-poo. And this sucked too, by the way, in case you're wondering. IDW did it back in around, what was this, 2018? Peter Milligan or whatever. Titan Comics did it through IDW. In the 21st century, the global currency is no longer 21st century. Well, that's bullshit. Okay, right there you lose me when you're doing this crap, I guess. This show sucks. This comic 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 sucks. Let's see if they're. Are you ever going to go to the village in this comic? Let's see. What about the village? Remember the village? Doesn't look like the village to me. Where's the village? I still don't see the village. No. Ah, there you are. Now he's wearing the. Where the hell is this? I'm in the village now, I guess. Wow. You are number crap. You are number 2 because you're a big piece of number 2. And this comic is a piece of number 2. The village? The hell's this place? I'm gonna kick me some ass up in here. I don't know why I don't think he really talked like that. To be continued. Now we'll show. Look at they had the nerve to have variant covers. That sucks. This is great because it's only Magoo and they got a Kirby cover. I remember I have this Kirby cover. I did not believe me. I didn't want to buy this comic. Someone gave me the one because of the Kirby cover. They took the Kirby cover from the old Marvel one. How they got that on there, I don't know. And they put it as one of these variants. I think I have that one. Somebody gave it to me. The other covers suck because this comic sucks, donkeys. Except for this. Oh, this one? This stupid one right here, The Prisoner, Big Finish. Big Finish did some shitty freaking remake episodes of The Prisoner for their own dumb audio dramas too. They can bite it off. Look at that. They took Kirby and disgraced him on the cover of this drivel. Brogu from an old hometown. What's up, Brogu? How you doing? Yeah, this is poo-poo drivel. Poopy diaper drivel. Yeah. Guys, let's see how bad the second issue looks. I never see anything beyond the second issue. So now he's in the village. All right. Hey, what is he doing in this comic? This sucks. You tell him, number 6. Hey, from Free for All. Look. Free for All. It's free for all. Free for all, yes. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. And I will be ever so cleverly. Okay, if you don't know that episode, never mind. All right, again, Irrelevant Pat. What does Christopher Lee do? I mean, not Christopher Lee. I was getting confused. Peter Cushing, what's he doing in the village? Hello, I'm in the village. This art sucks. You're in the village of suckiness. Yes, you'll be back, whimpering. Yes, this is so The Prisoner. Wow, it's so prisonery because he's wearing the jacket of the prisoner. Oh, now they're playing checkmate. Yay. Dude, you should not be freaking touching the prisoner. You can't write it. Shut up. So, what were you here for? Well, I tried a dumb prisoner comic and they put me in the village. I kicked his ass. Yada, yada, yada. You suck. You suck. What the hell? They got a penny farthing on this double-decker bus. Oh, my God. You suck. Oh, there's Rovers. Rover. No, but there have to be a bunch of Rovers. What is a Rover? It's a big white balloon. Oh, my God. Rover's coming after these people in the bus. I want to punch this dude in his throat. For even you don't know what you're doing. Stop using pictures from the show. You suck. I gotta see another one because I only saw the first one when it soiled stands. Oh, maybe and be free. Oh, baby, and be free. Oh, baby, you're free. You're free to go. Free to go. Free to go. Say, text you. You have the Kirby cover also. Yep. Oh, baby, and be free. Yep, indeed, sir. So, issue 2 was riveting, by meaning that you would like to have a ribbon in your head after you see it. So let's see. I am number 1,000 or whatever. Why? Boy, this art blows goats. Stupid. What is the site's got wonky on me? All right, so this sucks. This sucks. This is not the prisoner. The prisoner. He's cosplaying with that coat. And there's Rover. I'm gonna kick Rover's ass. Hello, Rover. Sit. Good boy. So he's hanging around talking to Rover, I guess. Now swimming down under there. Oh my God. Don't you want to just why? This is awful. I never looked at it before, so I don't know. Okay, that sucks. That sucks too. Sucky duck, suck. Oh dear, who are you? I am number 2. What are you? I call you number 0. Well, I would call him that too. He is number 0. Care to guess why? Because I suck? Look, I know you're still angry with me for walking out of you that night and leaving no change, but hey, what happened at last mission? I left you behind, but that was wrong, I know. This has nothing to do with that. How it happened in the past? We're in the village. The village is all about our future. And if I'm afraid your future ends right here. Zip. Oh, God. Wait, what is John Steed doing there? This guy ever even watch The Prisoner? All right, that's enough of that nonsense. All right, sorry, everybody. I just wanted to make fun of it. My apologies. That sucks. Oh boy, that's awful. Why? Yeah, look, why do people? I mean, it's not just comics that do this. We all know Hollywood and they all do it, right? But see, the thing is, I guess I got kind of conditioned to deal with the sort of thing that Hollywood started doing over the past 20 years because of comic books. People taking other people's characters and turning them into dog shit. In this case, it's a comic book taking a TV show that I love, turning it into dog shit. Yeah, Guagnar, that comic book probably made the Tripwire top 10. I don't know. Oh, shoot. He probably did. It's awful. Holy crap. I mean, just... All right, Texie, buddy. Take it easy, my brother. Good to see you. I'm glad you hung out with us, man. Always great to have you here. But at least I reviewed a whole look how fast I reviewed that comic. You can review a shitty comic really fast if you go, oh, that sucks. Buck Rick Barman. Rick Barman. Would you like some pizza rolls? Who'd like some pizza rolls? I'd like some pizza rolls right now. Who wouldn't like some pizza rolls? I'm gonna go get me some pizza rolls. Think it should? Nah, better than looking at that comic. But I didn't buy any. Max, could you send me some pizza rolls? Yeah, me too, Brogo. Brogo, now I'm craving pizza rolls. MMM says, I'm a huge Perry Mason fan, but HBO was terrible. I heard that. Yeah, I heard. Hey, Son Lee, good to see you. Clam pizza rolls. Don't give Mark any ideas. Acid reflux. I'm having a little bit of it right now tonight for some reason. Yeah, I heard there's some terrible Perry Mason on HBO now, like a new one where he's in a young Perry Mason crap. Sounds awful. Let's go get some pizza rolls and meet back here in 20 minutes. Yes, I'd go get me. I looked at him in the store. In the store the other day, Gwag, I looked at him and I didn't get any. I was about to. I took a picture just so I could show him to Max and say, hey, look, pizza rolls. But if I tell you, don't think of pink elephants, guess, but let's see. Sorry, let's see that Brogu says, if I tell you, don't think of pink elephants, guess what you're thinking about. Don't think about pizza rolls and guess what you're thinking about. Yes, good point. 50 good point. I wanted them pizza rolls. I've had pizza rolls before. They're actually pretty cool. Damn it, now I'm craving pizza rolls. That's not right. The store will be closed anyway, so I can't get them. Tomorrow I'll go to the store and I'll probably see the pizza rolls. Pizza rolls. Get me some of those. I hadn't had a Hot Pocket in a long time there, Brogue. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that, though, MMM. Yes, the young Perry Mason, he's like he's in the mob or some kind of horse hockey. Or something like that. I can't really remember exactly what it is. But yeah. Comics are pretty dang crappy right now. New ones are. Still some fun ones out there, though. They made him an alcoholic. Okay. Is he as big as Raymond Burr? Yes, hey, Larry. I remember the fried. Yeah, I remember fried pies at the fast food, like the fried out. Hey, anonymous gamer, welcome. Yeah, the fried apple pie at McDonald's. Hell yeah, I want one of those. Good to see you, anonymous gamer. I have some pizza bites in the freezer. I'll cook some up and email them to you. Thanks, Gwag. I'm in. Brogus said, Clobby, did you ever have this ice cream treat that was called the Big Wheel? Basically, it was 2 oatmeal cookies with a vanilla ice cream in the middle, covered with the hard chocolate shell. I seem to remember some oatmeal cookie thingies with ice cream. I'm not sure. I know I had one with the hard chocolate thingy though. Pretty good though. I may have got. Not sure. I don't think I. I don't know. Yeah, well, Crystal Sliders. Yeah, White Castle. Do you have White Castle where you are? We don't have it. We don't have a White Castle here. We don't even have Crystal Burgers here. They have some in other cities close to us, but no Crystal Burgers. And the only way you can get White Castle here is from the grocery store in the frozen aisle. They have frozen White Castle burgers. Imagine it's not the same. I was in Orlando back in December, and I had to go to the White Castle place. It wasn't cheap. Jesus Christ. You guys are talking me into being hungry. You're worse than Mark D with his eatery. Oh my goodness. So let's see. What would I'd gotten away from doing some like the Monday night just random comics review. I want to get back to doing that. Everything's expensive now, yeah. Problem is, it's going to be random, so I'm going to pick it at random. But if there's something that once a month, I'm thinking about doing a comic book that you'd like to review. I might do a vote thingy, or let y'all just, Joe Dog says, "Have you tried Wiener Schnitzel?" I love Wiener Schnitzel. We have one, Joe Dog, where I live, we have the only one, we have one here that's been here for 40, 50 years or more. It's there used to be a second one, but it's gone. But the closest one is another like 900 miles away. You got them in a lot of parts of the country, but we got the one down here, and that's it. And now I really want to go there. And Sonley says they're disappearing from this area too. I guess people don't like hot dogs anymore. What the hell? I want me some chili cheese dogs, man. So we're about 20 minutes away from my house. Those chili cheese hot dogs I love the chili cheese dog. Boy, oh boy, I want them right now. I want 5 of them because I'm a pig. I'll take 3 though, with some of those fries. But I think it's closed. Everything closes early now. We're not too many all-night places, and you don't want to go to an all-night place anyway because that means I think Jack in the Box is the only one that's all night. And I have almost nothing to eat today. I'm dying. So, what would be doing in advance? I think. And I'll see. Ravenscross says, "Bob, I can't stay for tonight, but I would like to see you review the 4-part Overmind FF story from 113 to 116. That's a great one. I have the thank you for that, by the way. So I would like to review that one as well, because I remember that's reprinted in one of my Treasury editions, one of the first Treasury editions I had, and I still have it. And one of the Fantastic Four ones, of course, John Buscema, Joe Sennett, and it's a oh no, the Galactus story was in that. The Overmind was later. I apologize, but still, it was John Buscema, I think, and that is one of the. Man, I can't tell you when the last story. Hang on a second. I am writing. I need my there it is. My sticky notes. Because I'm going to write this. I'm going to write down suggestions of comics that you would likely. Now, sometimes if it's a bunch of them, it's a little tougher to do because it's just me on a Monday night. So if you can think of shorter ones or individual issues, but in this case, I got you. FF 113 through 116. Hey, Parker Luck, what's happening? Parker Luck says, are you going to do a stream about how old Superman is this year anytime soon? I did Superman's birthday back in February. And then a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how it was officially his birthday in this, as far as the trademark, the anniversary of his trademark, which was, of course, which makes him 96 years old. So I don't know how old Superman is this year. Because this year, of course, which is 2024, he's 4 years away from being 100. So he's 96. And so I don't know. I mean, I've done those 2 things. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something like that. Joe Dog says, "Have you reviewed the new Teen Titans?" I have not. Closest I've come to it is on my buddy Nick's channel. The Friday Night Comic Shop Boys and I, sometime last year, we did review the X-Men Teen Titans crossover, new X-Men New Teen Titans crossover. But that said, no, I have not. The Wolfman Perez issues. It'd be great to get into those. Again, the thing is, and it might happen sometime with J-Man and myself because there's so many of those, Joe Dog. You got to sit down. You got to plan a time to tackle them. And it needs a few of you to do so. Now, that's a good run to do. I'll speak with J-Man. Did I say 90? I'm sorry, Larry. 84 years old. 86 years old. 86. Same age as my dad. So I goofed. 86. I apologize, Larry. I'm glad you caught me on that because my math is garbage. Unless I time slipped it, it could be my 2034 self-talking. Because sometimes I get a weird timey-wimey thing and I connect with my future selves or past selves and it gets all jumbly. So it's either that or just screwed up the number. I'm going to go with my crappy memory, though. But you never know about temporal mistakes like that. Yeah, I'm thinking about that, Ravenscroft. But to continue with follow-up, Joe Dog, I would have to get somebody. That would be something that, there's so much of it. The Wolfman Perez run that you'd have to commit to it. Like, for example, we did the Jack Kirby. Yeah, it's 86, Parker. I misspoke. I said 96 like a dumbass. I covered it. Action Comics #1s. Well, extensively. So let me go back to it to give you the full skinny on it. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. So the deal was, Parker, that the copyright date was April 18th, 1938. Source, Library of Congress, periodicals, 1938. Until, blah, blah. So anyway, but the actual release date was approximately May 3rd. And the cover date's June of 1938. So it's confusing. If you did you hopefully heard that? Did you hear that, Parker? Let me know. And so we did a stream back then on whatever night. I can't remember the night now. I think it was on the Clubhouse or something or whatever it was. I talked about it on stream. And yes, I was saying 90 years ago because I was saying 96 because I'm an idiot that forgets stuff. And fortunately, Larry corrected me. Thanks again, Larry, that is. Appreciate you, dude. I hate being senile. As far as I know, maybe I like it. Maybe I like it, but I'm too senile to know the difference. So let me show that. Let me know if you read me on that, Parker. Again, so you can see here. This is Action Comics #1. Cover date, June of 1938. On sale date, approximately May 3rd, 1938. But here you have the reason why they call it April 18th. If you can see that, tell me if you can see it. Let me when I highlight it. There you go. When I hold my mouse across that, copyright date April 18th, 1938. Source Library of Congress, periodicals 1938. But until 1958, did not report actual on sales dates to the Copyright Office. Publication dates in LOC records are not, Library of Congress records are not release dates. So there you go. Was that Parker? Did you get all that? But I was to make sure that I was able to correct myself and you were able to hear it. So can't believe I said 96. I'm going nuts. Good night, Penny. Great to see you, my dear. I agree with that, Larry. Oh yeah, they probably had Superman ready at least, and maybe in 37. It's possible. I think it was. It's certainly possible. I hate my stupid memory. It sucks. Man. Oh dear. But like some of you have been saying. Oh, sorry about that, Brogu. I didn't see what you said there. Brogu said, do you ever eat at Podness and Barbecue in Raton Rouge? It was on Florida. Oh, yeah. Podness was there, and it was on Sherwood Forest, too. Still is. I think they still have one on Sherwood Forest. Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Thank you, Ravenscroft. But still, my memory's just so weird now. There's no way I should ever mistake 1928 for 1938. It's really bad. Aggravates me. Not something to do with Superman. I can forget other stuff, but man, oh man. Especially since I just did that on the show just a couple of weeks ago. I hate it when it does that. That's not the worst thing ever, but yeah, I mean. Me and my monkey. Hey there. Hey there. Parker Luck says, yes, I was able to hear you, my friend. Thank you. What is your main conversation about tonight, though? Nothing in particular. It's just an open Monday night talk. That means it took months, if not years, to getting it published because of looking for a publisher to sell it. I think there weren't that many people to shop it to at that point, though, Parker. There weren't that many to shop it to. At that time, the comic book publishers were all trying to get started. A lot of them were just reprinting comics. National was not even called National before they became DC. Forget about them being DC. They were called, they only had really kind of named Detective Comics. That's what they were. They were called Detective Comics, Inc. Later, they became national periodical publications. Hey, John Platt. And later, DC Comics. They went back to being DC Comics. Good to see you, John Platt. And thank you, Ravenscroft. I can name Spider-Man villains and list B7 episodes, but I have no idea where my keys are. It's right there with you, dude. I do know where my keys are, but you never know. I don't know where much else is. I can tell you that. I don't know. Earlier tonight. Whoops. At least the weather got better earlier tonight on my show with J-Man, my computer went down once. So if it goes down again, so folks, sorry. But yeah. Yes, I do remember Fun Fair Park. And that death trap of the roller coaster. Calgon, take me away. You know, I rode on the Wild Mouse, that death trap of that roller coaster, and it went off the rack. It went off the rail on me once, or it wouldn't take us up. Fortunately, we were down low on the track. Larry, you really got to know where your towel is. That's for sure. And don't panic. It's the most helpful and intelligent thing anyone said to me all day. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, you know, hey, like I say, it's basically comics talk, but I didn't come prepared enough because we had that, you know, we had to do that Bob Haney comics talk tonight. So, and 2 shows in a row, my damn computer killed on me. Well, one, it was the computer killing on me. The other one, it was the electricity blinked and the modem went down and all that stuff. It pisses me off. Freaking sharks. Oh dear, but hey, you know, what can you do? So anyone else have it? I got a suggestion from Ravenscroft. Another, and again, go short, older, and go short. I'll tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll pick a year. We'll go to the blog, the amazing blog. Ba-ding, bing, beedly, bing, ba-ding, bong. It is, what is it? It's still in May, right? All right, pick a year. And we're going to go look at what happened. We're going to go with May since we're in May, of course. Pick a year for me to go to take a look at. Let's see. Don't do any ones we've already done. Keep it at least past 40 years. Or no, it could be in the 80s. I'll tell you what. Pick a year in the early 80s. Let's do that because we hadn't done much of that. Except for 84. I think we did that. We'll try. But go with 84 maybe. Let's see. We had some bad weather come through over here in the west side of Houston. And no, it just got through, BR. Did it rain? Yeah, we had some pretty bad weather. You know how it is down here, bro. We're used to it. 82. Did we do 82 yet? Let's see. Let's take a look at 82. We'll find out. All publishers on tail in. Oh, okay. I don't think we've done 82. May, so let's do that one. Good call, Brogu. Thank you, Son Lee. All right, let's see here. Let's talk about comics that came out in May of 1982. Okie dokie, Smokely. Okay. All right. These are what we're going to do. We're going to play Spinner Rack Time Machine. And of course, if you see any things you remember buying, I had a bunch of these 2000 ADs, but at this point, I don't know if I had these issues or not, because at this point, they were not available in the States. But I would have, if I could have, I'd have bought those. Action Comics. I think I was still picking that up. All-Star Squadron, I was hit or miss with. Amazing Heroes, yes, sir. Never missed it. I have every issue of Amazing Heroes from about. I love this mag. I've got every issue of this mag from Fantagraphics, Amazing Heroes, up until like issue 200 or something. Almost the whole. Ever since I started buying it, the whole decade of the 80s. Anybody else picked up Amazing Heroes? Shit, no wonder. About a excuse me. Hang on a second. About a year or two ago now, I can't remember, on this show, when I was on YouTube, I did a whole show about fanzines and magazines based on, the comic book media of the time, of the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, when there was actual comic book press. There's no comic book press anymore. They got blogs that cover it. This is not the same. It's not like Amazing Heroes or Comics Journal or even Comic Scene. And I used to love those mags. Let's see. I was talking to a work colleague yesterday who had a lightning strike hit his stroke. Oh my goodness, lamppost near her home, and it blew the wall sockets in the house off of the wall. She hadn't anything plugged in there. Whoa, my goodness, that's horrible. Wow. Brogu says, I love the cost of the Amazing Heroes. I saw that $150 on there. Yeah, that's pretty expensive back then, huh? Ravensgirl said, man, I lived for R.A. Jones reviews back then. Yeah. Oh, wow. Cool. R.A. Jones was interesting. Good reviewer. Son Lee. Yep, I bought some issues of Amazing Heroes. Nice. I had almost a solid every Amazing Heroes, and I bought every single Comics Journal from when I first started buying it in the early 80s to well into the 90s, I think. Amazing Spider-Man 30. Yeah, I don't know if I was buying Spidey at that point. I bought Arak, Son of Thunder for a while. But boy, D-Bud's got some of these Archies. I know that. I never bought Atari Force much, even though it does have Garcia Lopez art. A lot of people like that, though. Avengers. I think I dumped Avengers. I wasn't really buying this Gene Colan Batman title that much. Best of DC Digest. Oh, yeah. Bought them all. Bought them all. Whoa. Okay, so there's Best of DC Digest. Yes, Comics Journal was fun, but very opinionated. Yes, Sonley, it was. You know, it was also very comprehensive, though. The interviews were great because when they would interview your favorite artist or a writer or whatever it was, usually artists, of course, cartoonists themselves, they would. I mean, it was very thorough. You get a really long interview. Their coverage of everything was thorough and sweeping, and yeah, I loved it. I love them. Let's see. Bizarre Adventures. I bought this. Weird. So, yep, there's so. Blake 7 magazine. I had some of these. This was UK, though. Oh, my goodness. It almost looks like the one I might have, but I'm not sure. But if I could have got this one, I would have. Parker says, can you talk about your first experience with the original Star Wars film at some time? Clobby, sure. All current stuff of Star Wars is a burnt out husk worthy of being floating in a transporter beam. Agreed. And my first appearance, I think I kept seeing the commercials as a kid, of course, when it was right before it came out in 1977. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I was intrigued by it, but I didn't really. I mean, I loved, of course, I loved comics and all the same stuff I love now. But I was like, wow. And we didn't get. Let's see. Started seeing some stuff about it. I was, almost. I was just getting close to 13 years old, And I remember we would go to my, one day, either at school or I think it may have been at my cousin's house. He had a bunch of the Star Wars cards. Remember back then, the release date, there's an actual official release date of Star Wars, which is the 25th of May, but that it didn't get released here in a lot of cities. got it at way different times. They didn't all get it at the same time. It was a little bit different back then, distribution. We had something called anti-blind bidding laws here, which means movies had to be previewed by a theater and a certain, counseling body to approve it for being shown here. And I don't think we got it as early as everyone else did. And I saw the comic book and I was like, I think I saw the comic and didn't buy it, but I remember seeing it before I got to see the movie. And then one of my cousins had a bunch of the trading cards before I got to see the damn movie. And I was like, what now? And he brought a ton of them. Went over to his house one time. And man, we were just I was looking at all these cards. I'm like, oh man, it's a movie? What? I kept seeing the commercials were running and eventually, got to go see it at the, Brogu will know this theater, the Bon Marché Twin. And obviously fell in love with it. There were a lot of movies we were going to see that year, and we went on Saturdays a lot. It came to a point that when we would go see some other movie in 77, and we were walking out, if we had a little time to burn before we had to go home, we would sneak in and watch the end of the last half of Star Wars or the end of Star Wars, and it was something to behold. But of course, then I started buying the comic. But at the time, they didn't have any comic shops around here, so I didn't get the earlier issues. But I did get the Treasury edition that reprints the whole comic book adaptation. And then I started getting some of the comic books that were after the comic adaptation. So yeah. Wagner says, I saw Star Wars when I was 6. Clobby was double my age when he saw it. Wow. Quag. There you go, man. And of course, needless to say, I fell in love with it like everybody else did. And yeah, I loved it. So between that and between the years of that and Empire, they had a couple of books. I bought those, but of course I bought the comics and couldn't wait for the next one, because it stayed in theaters for a long time. I remember at first I was kind of like, I didn't really do anything for it until I started seeing those trading cards. I'm like, whoa. And the comics, I'm like, whoa. But like I said, we got it late here, if I remember right. I mean, my memory, because I found an article a few years ago. I can't find it anymore. They gave a list of the actual literal opening date of Star Wars and all these in the various cities throughout the country. And I mean, later today, now and many years, not too long after that, every movie came out on the same release date. So, but now it's different. But yes, I would love to have this Blake 7 magazine. I was pretty sure I got it when it came out. If I didn't get that one, I only have like one or two though. The Brave and the Bold, I wasn't really buying this too much anymore, but it still had some, nice Jim Aparo work. This Captain America. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. I was still buying Cerebus at this point. Was anyone else buying Cerebus? That's an obscure comic. 1982. By the way, I know I get in trouble when I mention this all the time. I was working in a comic shop. I was running a comic shop in Baton Rouge called Southland Comics in this month that we're talking about here. And I was ordering, I had to order comics, so I had to order everything. And Rose says it played for 18 weeks at the theater I saw it at. Saw it twice and twice in another. It played for over a year in theaters in a lot of places. We had it for, I can name you a couple of movies. Star Wars, I think Raiders of the Lost Ark, and a couple others that played. Well, maybe not a couple, but one or two, maybe not even two. I know for sure Raiders and Star Wars did, though. Even Empire Strikes Back, which played for a long time, didn't play for as long as Star Wars did. A little bit of a different year, though. So Cerebus, I got that one. Well, creepy. I didn't buy that. Miller Daredevil time. It's Miller time. Some Daredevil right here. J-Man and Sean and I reviewed this in every issue of Miller's run of Daredevil, which I'm very proud that we did. I think I have a few Cerebus Cerebus, 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 yeah. He's Cerebus. What's Cerebus? No, he's Cerebus, of course. Yeah, that Dave Sim was a character. Is a character. There you go, Joe Dog. Yes, you're Defenders. You're a Defender fan. I know that much. I don't think I was buying this book at the time, though. I didn't like Dave Perlin's art too much there, Joe Dog. I have to admit. I mean, Don Perlin, sorry. Poor old Don. Sorry, Don. And I mean, Don David. That's his middle name. I wasn't a big Perlin guy. So I didn't really buy the art, but there you go. It's got a Demon Slayer on there. John Platt says, I remember as a 10-year-old pestering my older brother and his girlfriend to take me to the local cinema to watch Star Wars. My main memory of George Lucas's sci-fi classic was the opening chase at the start. It's unforgettable. So I definitely understand. Dennis the Menace, the Marvel Dennis the Menace. Weird, right? Dazzler, my buddy J-Man is reviewing all of Dazzler. Doctor Who magazine, I definitely bought this. That was on sale here. Well, it was imported here. Yeep. I have original Millennium Falcon Landspeeder Tauntaun, and Drew Duback says, wow, cool stuff. Nice. Yeah, I was still buying FF at the time. Burton was starting to aggravate me a little bit, but still got the right costumes at this point. Couldn't come up with an original title for his comic, Childhood's End. But never mind. That cover looks awesome nowadays. It's shaped. Agreed. This Doctor Who is dead. R.I.P. Doctor Who. Sad sickness. Flash. Firestorm. This was a good series for a while. This Fury of Firestorm. Number 3. Cool stuff. Literally and figuratively. That was a bad pun. Unintentional pun. G.I. Joe, a real American hero, number 2. I know a lot of my friends bought that one. I had a lot of friends turned out really loved the G.I. Joe comic. There's Ghost Rider for you there, Joe Dog. I know you like Ghost Rider. Green Lantern. I was getting that at the time, I believe. Look at these British Hulk mags. Hulk UK, nice. I was buying this Hulk mag. I think I was still buying that. No, I don't know. Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Yeah. Yeah, indeed, Ravens. This was a good series, by Bruce Jones. Actually, it was Bruce Jones and Bert Anderson on Khazar the Savage. This is when this series, Khazar the Savage. Do you say Khazar or Khazar or Khazar? I always wondered. I'll just say, should say Khazar, but Khazar. This was a good series. Bruce Jones, I believe, wrote it, and it was for a while anyway. I think for a good while. Brent Anderson on the art, and at this point it became a direct sales comic, which means, of course, comic shops only. It's exclusively to comic shops. For a good run there, this series was was ahead of the time. It was really good. Yes, he's just a Tarzan ripoff, but you know. Yeah, Ravenscroft. Yeah, they were some of them were still good. King Conan. Yeah, buddy. What is that doing there? King Conan. Now, this, of course, Legion fans, basically, a prelude, or just leading up to, or well, just now getting into, I should say, the Great Darkness Saga. It's the Great Darkness Saga. Hey, Sean Carter. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Kazar, potato. Yes. So Kazar works for you. What do you say, D-Bud? Which one do you use? So yeah, my beloved, this was a great time for me. This summer, this summer, it's 82. Working in the comic shop, having the best time of my life. I'm just south of 18 years old. So I'm 17, going on 18. And the Great Darkness Saga and all these other really cool comics. Hey, all right. Just building a Klingon D7 battle cruiser. Wowzer. Nice. Gotta love that. Forgot to X-Men cover. Yeah. X-Men. Justice League. Elric of Millibu. Oh, the Legion of Annual. Oh, my goodness. Great annual. Wow, I'll never forget this one. Kazar is what I always called him, but I'm okay with Kazar. Okay. So Kazar, got you. Wagner says, Kazar Marvel Legends figure in July. Oh, really? Wow. I have an older one they did with him and Sabu. It was a little set thingy they did. And I never bought it when it first came out from KB. And then a buddy of mine had it at a shop about a couple years ago for like $3 for the thing, so I picked it up. But yes, this was a great issue of the Legion annual. Love it. Sabu's the build figure. That's cool. Nice. Good night, Ravenscroft. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Have a good one. So let's see. Wow, look what we got going. What a time this was, too. I mean, Conan the Barbarian. Marvel Super Special number 21. Of course, a Bob Larkin cover. Really looks more like a Frazetta Boris switch, but yeah. Yes, sir. Who went to see this movie? I did. Boy, this was right around the time this movie dropped. I can't remember exactly what the release date was, naturally, but man, oh man, I love that. It would be, but I don't care for half figures. You need to build it. You need to. Oh no, I got you. I understand. We're getting 2 new Iron Man Marvel Legends action figures at the end of the month, says D-Bud. Coolness. Nice. I think you told me about those. Someone did. They're top-notch older ones, right? One would hope. Another comic book adaptation of the time. This was weird because this was Marvel Super Special number 22. Of course, a great Al Williamson art on the inside and a great Jim Steranko cover. But unlike that the Conan adaptation and many other of the Marvel Super Specials, it was comic book sized. For some strange reason, I have this, of course. I mentioned him on Nick's show Friday. Oh, yeah. Okay, you did. Yes, right. Thank you. That was you. See my memory? See? So, yes, this thing is strange because it's a beautiful cover. I remember when I got this, I was like, man, oh, of course I got to get it. Not only is it Steranko cover, it's got Al Williamson on the inside. And the movie, I went to see the movie around this time. I think I bought this before I got the movie, before I saw the movie, but I'm not sure. But I think I did get this before the movie. Anyway, I was perplexed that they made it the same size of a normal comic book, a regular comic, rather than a magazine size. You know what I mean? It's just weird. The weird Gwag says, excuse me. The weird thing about all the 1982 comic adaptations is they didn't do a Star Trek II adaptation. I think the rights were in flux at that point. Marvel had canceled only like a year or two before. Hey, Bobby Delgado, welcome. Greetings. Gwag, I think, Marvel had just canceled their Star Trek comic that was based on the motion picture after like 17, 18 issues, whatever it was. And then the rights were up in flux. No one had, Marvel had let them go. And since they canceled it, they weren't going to adapt to Star Trek 2. And DC, I guess, at the time, from what I remember, and they obviously had not yet acquired the rights. So there you go. It wasn't until 2011, 10 or 12 that a comic book adaptation of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, was actually done. Making it the only Trek movie back then that wasn't adapted as a comic book. Bad timing. And since, of course, as you all know, Spock dies at the end of Trek 2, no spoiler there, right? When DC got the book, they had a great Perez cover on that first one. Agreed, the Trek 2 adaptation of IDW was crap. I agree. They obviously didn't have Spock in the comic because Spock was dead, so they kept Sabick on her in her place. And I spoiled it for Sean. Oh my goodness, Mr. Smarty Pants. Shame on you, Sean. So anyway, let's see here. Some other great ones. Look, there's Marvel Super Special 23, Annie, another freaking movie adaptation. I did the great and our dear departed friend Mark C and I did we did a show a few years back about comic book movie adaptations. And because there was something, remember, does anyone remember that was a big deal? Remember when, thank you, Diva. Remember when it was a big deal? When whatever movie you happen to be looking forward to, whatever movie you happen to be looking forward to, was chances are, if it was a big summer blockbuster, there's going to be a comic book adaptation of it usually by Marvel. DC didn't really get into the game till a little bit later. And for a while, they're almost exclusively by Marvel. There's one for, Marvel 2-in-1. Yes. Micronauts for the great Mark D. He loves that. The Gil Kane Micronauts cover. Moon Knight. Superboy, yes. And of course, there you go, Joe Dog. There's your new Teen Titans. This was right at this point, the book was still really good and popular. Excellent stuff. Man, Whoopin' Prez run was incredible. I love it. And so, yes, this was phenomenal. Teen Titans 22. Yes, indeed, sir. Greatness. Joe Dog, I do want to go back and reread these, and I will soon. Nick, our buddy Nick was doing that recently. Good old Power Man and Iron Fist. I was buying this one. Fun comic. There's all those Richie Rich. Richie, did you buy all these Richie Rich books? D-Bud, just curious. Rom. There's Rom. Oh, Rom. Hey, Rom. Savage Sword of Conan. Well, this is the UK Conan book right here. Of course, this wasn't over here, but Savage Sword of Conan, the Barbarian, the UK monthly. Those would be cool to get. I mean, they are just reprints, but still, that'd be cool to get. And of course, the American version, Savage Sword of Conan. I got to admit, I was always look at these covers and trying to read these at the drugstore, and then go buy comics. I didn't buy the mags as much at that point. Sergeant Rock cover, that's great. Star Wars cover. Empire Strikes Back. Whoa, this is 1982, and they got an Empire Strikes Back mag. Han Solo's back in action. Wow. When that Palatoy Tauntaun model. Wow. But here you go, Starburst magazine, which was basically Starlog for the Brits. This was a UK Starlog mag, basically Starlog's version of it over there, which was great. Minimus, this is here. Hot Stuff, Little Devil, Richie Rich. Gotcha, dude. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You like Little Devil and Hot Stuff better than Richie Rich. My bad. Agreed, Guagnar. They did have to do a lot of crazy shit at DC for that. Beer Universe Dribble, and yeah. Parker says, wasn't the first movie adaptation by Marvel was The Wizard of Oz and a Treasury Edition? Yes. I think it was, well, no, it wasn't Marvel's first movie adaptation. It's the first one they did in a Treasury, though, because I think there were a couple of comics they did before that. There were smaller format regular comics. They adapted, like, for example, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, and they did some adaptations of some other movies as well that were in regular comics. But they did indeed adopt The Wizard of Oz in conjunction with DC, because they had a long, very convoluted story about how they had to share the rights because both of them were planning to adapt it. And they did two of them. Joe Dog says, Clobby, who are your top? Hang on a second here. Well, let's put Spidey up here if you're going to ask a Spidey question. A Spidey question, we'll put a Spidey UK comic up here. All right, let's see. Oh, sorry. Clobby, who are your top 5 Spider-Man villains? Well, that's a toughie, but I would have to say it's going to be a boring list because it's going to be everybody else's favorite as well. Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, Sandman, Vulture. Wow. Mysterio. I got to go with those. Man, there's so many others. Spidey has. Some heroes don't have gigantic rogues galleries. I got to go with those. It's a boring list because they're all the top, most famous ones. But there's so many other ones, man. I love Scorpion, Rhino. I like Tarantula and weird ones like Tarantula and was it Shocker and let's see what everybody else is free to list theirs though. I'd like to see yours. Craven's another great one. Morbius, Craven, the Hunter are my favorite Spider-Man villains, says Joe Dog. Well, that's great choices. Bobby with Grizzly. Wait, Grizzly, what about how about Puma? I'll listen to that. How about Kangaroo? How about Razorback? Okay, D-Bud's top 5. Fancy Dan, Fancy Dan, Fancy Dan, Fancy Dan, Fancy Dan. Wait, that's Nick's top 5. Wow. Come on, D-Bud, give me a real list. My top Spider-Man villains are Joe Quesada and Dan Slut. I'm with you. You gonna put Straczynski on that list? Minima says Vulture, Lizard. Oh man, I forgot Lizard. Damn. Sandman, Chameleon, and Craven, great ones. I just love Mysterio, man. Joe Dog. Then the Black Cat, Green Goblin, and yeah, Doc Ock. There are no wrong answers here. He's got Spidey probably has the longest list of great villains, and I'm including that. I'm saying more great ones than Batman, because Batman has a couple of great ones and a long list of doofuses. Flash, Barry Allen Flash has a great rogues gallery, but none of them are like super worthy other than of him that's in a fight, other than Professor Zoom, who they later kept calling Reverse Flash, Professor Zoom, and an Eobard Thorn, and all those names they give him. Gibbon. J. Jonah Jameson, there you go. Good one. The Spider Slayers, Dr. What's his face? Kingpin started as a Spider-Man villain, might I warn you, remind you, as you all well know. He became a Daredevil villain, but he's still a Spidey villain. I'm sorry, he really is. Tarantula. Yeah, I like Tarantula. I don't know. The Jackal was for a while there. He was kind of all right, but I don't know. Will-o'-the-Wisp. Minimus, but Will-o'-the-Wisp. Yes. What about the Spot? Boy, Nick, man, this is one of Nick's favorite subjects. So yeah. D-Bud says Doc Ock, Vulture, Lizard, Green Goblin, and Scorpion. Like the classics. Yeah. I think that's kind of my list too, but I don't know. It's so tough because I love Sandman and Mysterio. Gwag says, I can't quite put Straczynski on the list. Yes, he was involved in One More Day, but there are contradictory stories regarding how much he was actually to blame. Yeah, but he's just done I hated that Morlon crap he did too. I mean, I love Babylon 5 unreservedly, and I love it's just when it comes to comics, I like a couple comics that he's done, but for the most part, his comic writing is garbage to me. Garbaggio. To me, it is. I wasn't a fan of the black suit Kingpin and Spider-Man 2018, says Joe Dog. No, I don't blame you. Now, again, so I think it's probably safe to say Spider-Man has the best rogues gallery of everybody. Because even Batman, once you get out of a certain few great villains, he's got a long list of chumps that are not particularly interesting for me. Superman has less. Superman doesn't have a great rogues gallery. Flash does, but they're kind of a joke, but they're still kind of fun. And then there, FF have some really good ones. Actually, the FF has some great villains, but Spidey might be the king. Spidey might be the king of great rogues galleries. Did you have Oh, there we go. The Tales of Teen Titans. Forgot that one there, but with Changeling. That's pretty cool. Big Wheel and Hydro. What's it? Hypno Hustler. Yeah. There was also Hydro Man. I mean, it's some great ones though. So there you have it. Bing bong, bing, 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 bing. Here's a villain I always like. Gil Kane cover too. Vartox. He's not really a villain, but he was a good character. Did anybody buy this? What if? Stop. Don't buy this comic. Oh my God. It's the X-Men. Britt Anderson. So there you go for that month. What can you do? Hey, Oliver Belamonte. Welcome. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Vulture, and Carnage are my favorite Spidey Man villains. There you go. Cool. Thank you, Oliver. Good to see you. All the original What If issues. Cool. Cool. My new favorite What If issue is the first issue. Oh, is that you talking about the very first one? What if Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four? There's a weird thing I've talked about this once in a while. Well, there's some comic books, whether they were even any good or not, that I bought so many comic books in my life. If you held up 90 some odd % of them, where'd you buy this one? I don't know. I have no idea. I just bought. I could try to pin it down to a year, but there's some comics I know I can see. I can see as clear as day. I know exactly where I bought it from. I know what I was doing at the time. A few. One that springs to mind is What If #1, Joe Dog. What if Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four? Because again, remember, there was no comics press at that point, really. And I hadn't seen any ads for it that I knew of. I just walked into the drugstore after my family and I went to see some Disney movie at this place we had called the Broadmoor, where I used to. It was in Eckerd's Drugs. And I saw that comic and I lost my ever-loving mind. I think it was around 1977. I could be off a little bit, but I know I was around 13, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in that ballpark. I think maybe it was 77. I reread that recently, actually. I reread it a lot, but when I saw that comic, I just absolutely lost it. I couldn't believe it. Spider-Man joining I don't know. Again, it's the first issue of What If. What if? Whoa, what if he did? Holy crap. Needless to say, I had to have it. And I did have it. And I bought the title for a while after that. But you could pick and choose with What If that's something that can interest you or not. But holy crap. Should have reviewed that tonight. Now you look back on it, it's kind of a dopey story, and the art, I think, by Arvil Jones isn't that great, but it doesn't matter. It's still that cover alone will always be the stuff of memories when it comes to comic book buying as a kid. John Platt says, favorite Thor villains. That's a pretty good question. I think I'd probably go with, he's another one that doesn't have a lot of the plot, but obviously I hate to be just give the pat answer, but Loki's his #1 villain for sure. But top 5, let's see. The Absorbing Man, I do believe, is a Thor villain. Let's see. The Enchantress. Surtur or whatever. And the Wrecking Crew, in fact. Thank you, Bobby. What he said. The Wrecker and the Wrecking Crew. I love them. Except for the worst version that they put on She-Hulk TV show. Yeah, Executioner's a great one. Yeah, I guess Thor's got a few now. Absorbing Man's got to be right up there at the top for me, though. I love him. Crusher Creole. The Destroyer's another great one. Thank you, D-Bud. It just, man, it's so, yeah. It might be just sort of a machine that can be controlled, but it's cool. Yeah, those are good ones. Yeah, Gwag, that's true. Gwag says, if you go by the Thor comics, so many of the writers liked Mangog and Ulick as they used them over and over and over. They did. Well, there was some, great Kirby creations. Each hero has their own villain, their own group of villains, but when you get down to it, if you're just talking Marvel, I mean, FF has some great ones. I mean, look at the FF, man. They've got, for a while, Subby was a villain, but was one of their baddies, but doesn't quite count. But man, they've got Doom, Galactus, Red Ghost, Hate Monger, Invincible Man, Blastar, Psycho Man, Mole Man, Frightful Four, a Molecule Man, the Etsy Street Gang. That's kidding. Super Skrull, the Skrulls. Got quite a few great ones. Wag says, yep, we just reviewed the Red Ghost one last week. I said Red Ghost, absolutely. Every time there was a new writer, out came a Mangog story. It is tough to binge the early Bronze Age Thor run because of that. Oh, I got you, Wag. Yeah, I can understand. Oliver in Belamonte says, Clobby, who do you think is the most underrated Spider-Man villain? Rhino, Tombstone, Scorpion, Hobgoblin, Chameleon, or the Shocker? Rhino is my pick. Yeah, I do like Rhino a lot. That's a good pick. Since you picked that one, I want to pick a different one. I would probably say underrated, huh? Underrated's difficult to quantify, Oliver. But I would have to say, if Scorpion's underrated, I pick Scorpion. But I also, I never liked Hobgoblin too much, I got to admit. But I like Shocker. I know he's just way he looks is off the hook. He looks cool. So yeah. Bobby said Red Ghost. Yep, I said that one. And Parker said the Mole Man. I said that as well. Wouldn't call Hobgoblin underrated if you were reading Spider-Man in the early. Yeah, I just didn't like him, but I hear he's not yet. Chameleon, I guess, could be considered underrated. Mysterio's. Doc Fortune. Hello there. Welcome. Yeah, I mentioned Mysterio's in my top 5 as well. I love Mysterio. So we all forgot Electro. Electro's a great one. Yeah. Real deal Electro. I would say you were all forgetting Paste Pot Pete, but he's actually there's a Human Torch villain. Just like the wizard is. Yeah. Yeah. But yes. So some villains have some heroes have some great ones, other ones not so many, but they at least all of them at least have 1 to 2 though, 1 to 2, 3 ones that you take seriously. Lance Bannon is an underrated Peter Parker villain, says Gwagnar. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying I don't know if there are any other ones I would think of for Spidey, but there's so many really. Crystal was the worst FF villain because she broke Johnny's heart and says, hey, here. Bobby, I'm with you, man. What she did was horrible. And I can't stand Quicksilver either. Took Spidey's woman. Yeah, bad stuff. That was awful. All right, let's see. May of 1983. Take a look at that. We'll get out of here. All those 2000 AD comics, man. About this Action Comics with a Gil Kane cover. I bought this one. Niceness. Whoops. Sorry about that. It would drop out. Hope you're all hearing me okay. Damn it. I got to remember to switch my windows better. I remember this Adventure Comics Digest. Started reprinting Legion of Superheroes stories. Thank you, Joe Dog. So sorry about that. And so here we go. Let's see what we can find. Amazing Heroes, yes. Alpha Flight #1. I ordered a shit pot full of that one. And I bought it. Who didn't buy it? Come on, who bought Alpha Flight #1? I guess everybody bought Alpha Flight #1. Am I right? Is that right? Need to share the screen again so we could. Oh, oops. Thank you. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. God, I'm such a screw up. There it is. Who bought Alpha Flight? Thanks, Quag. You have my back there, bro. Appreciate you. There we go. Hate when I do that. I bought Alpha Flight #1 and no more after that, says D-Bud. I think I bought it for about some reason. I may have bought it for 12 or more issues and then just kind of, I just couldn't get into it. Amazing Heroes. Bought those. Everything stands out here. Batman and the Inside Outsiders. I bought this, but I was mad that they canceled Brave and the Bold. Angry that they did that. And I didn't like this group much. I mean, I didn't like Batman just telling the Justice League to go pound sand. I didn't like that kind of crap. And I mean, look, Black Lightning, take him or leave him, he's fine. I mean, I love Metamorpho, but Katana and what's her face? Halo and Geoforce. But Joe Dog liked it, so there you go. Wagner says, as a Canadian, I was obligated to buy Alpha Flight. Now, let me ask you this, Gwag. Were you obligated to buy it indefinitely, whether you liked it or not? You might have liked it, which is fine. Buy it if you like it. But were you obligated to buy it, even if you, in the scenario that you didn't like it? Oh, yeah, Bobby. Love Jim Aparo. He was fantastic. And you might have liked it. I'm not saying you liked or didn't like it. You might have well liked it, and I can understand that. But if you didn't, were you obligated to buy it? Oh, man, Blake 7 Mag. I don't think I got this one. Damn it. Number 20. I started buying Alpha Flight and the Hulk when they swapped creative teams. That's a fair cop. It's a fair cop, but society is to blame. Agreed. We'll be charging them too. Camelot, 3,000 issues, 3,000 years, because it takes 3,000 years for this comic to come out. Great Brian Boland art and cover, but man, was he slow. After the first 5 or 6, I kind of just lost interest in the book. Great art. Almost got Batman and the Outsiders because it had Metamorpho, but decided not to. Yeah, I can understand that one. I think I bought it for a short time. Let's see here. Great Gil Kane covers. FF. I was still buying FF at this time, but I was getting kind of disenchanted with it. I remember I bought this Green Arrow miniseries by Trevor Von Eden. Guru the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer. Yow. Well, looks like John Sable. Man, I was loving John Sable. Anybody else like John Sable but me? I'm Mike Grill. Any John Sable fans here? No problem if you're not. I wasn't in the Camelot 3000, but I pick it up now and then when I find it. I got you. I understand. Oliver says, Clubby, with actor Ralph Ineson possibly to play Galactus. I don't know much about it. I don't know of him, who he is, though. Fans are deciding if John Malkovich could either play Puppet Master, Reed Richards, or Sue Storm's dad, Molecule Man, or Annihilus. He could do Puppet Master. That would be of course, he's great. He's a great actor anyway. Richards' dad is really kind of, I don't think he would be in it. He could. I might change the character enough. Now, Sue Storm's dad, that would mean they'd have to have Invincible Man in it probably, and they don't need to do that story till much later. So it's kind of weird. Weird. Molecule Man, sure. Annihilus, I mean, it's just going to be somebody under a suit or something. But sure. Guru, the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer. When you think of what is killing comics currently is way too much political motivations and editorial of the big two. Yes, sir. Quag says, I didn't care for Batman and Outsiders, but because they canceled the Brave and the... Yeah, that was... Same here. I was annoyed. Even though I love Jim Aparo, so I bought it for him mainly. What? The Scroll Spill. Yeah, the Scroll Spill. That's the one. Yeah, well spotted, Gwag. That's the annual with the freaking Scroll Milk. And the Ellison Homage Hulk issue. Wow. I love Bob Layton's Iron Man. One of my favorite runs. I watched the Iron Man movies. They were okay, says Joe Dog. There you go. All right, Joe Dog. Let's see here. I tell you, John Sable was amazing. It was really, I guess, ahead of its time as a comic. Hey, there's Jonah Hex. Jonah. I see her. Oh, what sound? Click. Damn it. Okay. They ripped off the Outer Limits Soldier episode for that whole story. Yeah. Shocker. Joe Duck says, I loved Bob Layton's Iron Man. One of my favorite runs. I watched the Iron Man movies. Okay. Oh, I already did that one. Sorry. All right, let's see. So we've got this. Anyway, that's pretty much that month. Let's see if there's anything else. I remember when they reprinted these for the Kree-Skrull War. Yeah, buddy. The Legion issue. Heating up, baby. Micro notes. So, yeah, comics were better. Basically, what we learned here this evening, folks. They were better a long time ago, as we always talk about. Wow, US 1. Oh, righty then. And there you have it for tonight, folks. All the comics goodness. D-Bud says, I didn't read John Sable, but I liked the artwork I saw on it. I should read that run. I thought it was really cool because he was just a great mercenary character and stuff, and it was a badass. And I love it from that standpoint. At the time, I was really, I don't know, it wasn't the kind of comic that I would usually pick up, but I was a Grell fan, so I picked it up, and I just got engrossed in what he was doing with the character. And he's a mercenary who, in his other, I guess in his downtime, he's a children's author. He writes children's books to make money and stuff when he's not on some freelance mission as a badass mercenary. Then they made that terrible TV show about, holy shit. Oh my God. Yes, you heard me right, folks. They made a stupid ABC TV show out of him. Yeah. Weird. But the early issues, the first 20 or 30 or 40, whatever, look really great. Then Grell left and somebody brought it back and thought it was a good idea to get another writer artist on it. Big mistake. Well, my friends, I think we're going to start wrapping it up here tonight. It's been cool hanging out with you. Done 2 shows. Sorry I didn't have any kind of real topic or anything other than comic stuff. So I know it wasn't much tonight, and I apologize. But, I had that other review. So I promise next week I'll have a comic. Obviously, always comics are Monday night. But I'll have a topic for you. I just like spending time with you and talking comics. It's fine with me, of course. But I'll have something more than that next week if I'm able to. All right, Oliver. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So I will do some show noties. And then we'll shout outs. First, again, I want to thank the great J-Man for being here with me early tonight to visit Earth B for a wacky World of Bob Haney presentation. Enjoyed it much. Can't wait to do it again a month from now. But the next week on the same J time, same J channel on his channel, Jay and Sean and myself continue our reviews of Legion of Superheroes. The whole deal, all of it, chronological order. 3 Mondays out of the month. And then, of course, after that, there will always be the Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk. I think I'm going to try to have a comic review of something next week, so I'll have something more. Because I really, sorry, I was not all that able to get anything put together for tonight. Happens. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, I'm always hanging out with the great Tom Connors with that extraordinary group of that Midnight's Edge After Dark gang, and a great gang they are. A lot of fun with those fellas, and looking forward to that, commenting on 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, commenting on pop culture and things like that. And then Wednesday nights, when he's doing it, the Great Stone Loki's channel, the Comic Roundtable. But there will be no Comic Roundtable this month. This week. But what there will be is Wednesday night Wildcard or Wildcard Wednesday night here at Clobberin Times. And same Clobby time. It's always all 4 of my shows throughout the week are 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless that changes and we give you a notice on it. But it will be 9 p.m. Central, same Clobby time, same Clobby channel. Talking all things geek, and that means not just comics, but everything. Comics, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor. And yes, I think I might, since it is, it won't be the only topic, but since what's happened to Doctor Who is so horrible and atrocious, perhaps I'll talk a little bit about that. And who knows? Maybe I think I'll also talk about X-Men 97 because it will have been done by then. So Wednesday night, I think I will talk a little bit of X-Men 97. Sorry about that, Max. That's why I'll send you some pizza rolls. Yes, sir. Where are we at? And of course, Thursday night, the clubhouse is back in session. Our great First Officer Commander Briggs and the great Chief Engineer Mark will be here for the full show, and we will have our review, Blake 7 review, our Kolchak review, our Star Trek comic review. Star 1 for Blake 7, the season 2 finale. Can't wait. Kolchak episode, and of course, the Star Trek Unlimited number 4. And then Fearless. I'm sorry, not Fearless. There used to be Fearless Friday nights when we were doing Daredevil, but now we're doing Fantastic Fridays are back on J-Man's channel. The great J-Man, Sean, and myself will continue our review of all of the entire Jack Kirby, King of Comics, legendary seminal run on the Fantastic Four, the world's greatest comic magazine. Fantastic Four 1 through 102, annuals 1 through 6, 7 Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, it's over at 8:30 Central to my good buddy 32 Flavors of Dick Weiser's channel for some Friday Night Comic Shop talk with the Friday Night Comic Shop boys and myself and D-Buds. I think, D-Dud, are you not joining us for a review of some Spidey comics, as you have been? I think you are, but I can be speaking out of turn. I forget sometimes. Anyway, we have Saturday night, as in Saturday Night Star Trek. Season 6 finale. So there will only be 2 episodes reviewed, but then we'll, of course, have a look back, best and worst of season 6. So, yeah, with my wonderful first officer, and hopefully our chief engineer will join us as well. Anyway, also, there was no geekery last night at Sunday, but as far as I know now, the geekery returns. The great Mark D with the C, the chief engineer, on his great channel. If you've not been there, there's a link in my description below. If anyone can put that link, fine. But either way, it's my below. End your week in geek, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will geek out as always. Been rough, tough, hard week. Just chill out and try to end it in geek style, or hanging out with us, and he'll make you geek, and he might even make you hungry with the eatery. So, again, thank you all so much for being with me tonight. Our shout outs, everyone gets shouted out, whether they're here or not, in terms of our wrenches. Eric K, Chris Persia, D. Bud Martin, Lord Thoth, J Man, Max from Redstone, Fanty Outsidey, Larry, Matty Steady, Kal-El. And let me run that back in the chat. Well, Clobberin Times, please do not review that thing they're calling Doctor Who. I'm not going to review it, but I'm going to mention it a little bit, Gwag. It's garbage. I subjected myself to it. Please do not review that thing they're calling Doctor Who. Max Redstone said the same exact thing. This appointment since my son. I'm sorry, Maxie. He said it's the Victoria Day long weekend in Canada, so may not be around for Sunday Night Star Trek this weekend. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know about that, Gwag. I better check with number one, see if she's doing anything. Thank you, Sonley, for being here. Thank you all for being here. Let me get everyone shouted out. Let's see. Thank you, Son Lee, for being here. Gwagnar, buddy, as always. Let's see. Bobby DeLeghetto, sorry. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. Brogu from my old hometown. Oliver Belamonte, Joe Dog, buddy. Let's see. Parker Luck. There are a lot of them in here, but it takes me time to get to all of them before I can find them, folks. Doug Fortune. What's up, Doc? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. John Platt, thank you so much for being here, of course. Let's see. Minimus was here. Thank you, Minimusness. Me and my monkey. All right, my friend. Sean Carter from Mars, buddy. Oh. Tex, let's see, 17 and 1 Tex was here. And of course, FKH, Tim, Claude Salling. My chat doesn't go back all the way now because I had that problem, that glitch earlier. So, oh, shoot. I can't remember everybody. Let me see. I can remember a few more. Penny was here, of course. Lovely Penny. Let's see. Well, I'll just have to go with what that because I don't have the whole chat in front of me now. Andy Masterson, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. You need to come back on, hang out with me one of these nights when you get a chance. I know you're busy, man, but I hope you can come in and hang out one of these days again. And let's see. I can't remember everybody. Wes Cagle, what's up, buddy? So that's about everybody because like I said, because I mean the mistake I made with the jumping in and out of the chat, I lost it. I'll give you a holler then, Andy, and see when it's a good time for you. I don't know. You like Monday nights better? Do you like Monday nights are for comics, but still you might like to talk some comics. But Wednesday nights are wide open. But you're doing the pop culture breakdown on Wednesday nights. So if you want to come on a Monday night, it's cool. Cool in the gang. Let's see. But now you guys are telling me not to talk about Dr. Hoob on Wednesday night. Dr. Pooh. Dr. What the hell? Well, I'm not going to review it. Don't cry. I mean, I'm not going to make you watch it. I had to sit through the trash. But I am going to talk about it. But don't worry. I'm going to talk about X-Men 97 also. So it'll be a wild card episode with a twist. It'll have some, some topics. Like I had no topic tonight. I just went all over the place about comics and vomited all over. But we're going to have a topic on Monday. Mondays are good for you. Good, Andy. Cool. But Wednesday, it'll be topically, sort of topically. Wait a minute. Andy, are you saying Doomcock made you guys watch who? He is evil. He is future ruler of Earth is evil, man. Abigor, hey there. Man, DC, how could you? Horrible. I saw he was talking about he hadn't come up with put out his second. I saw his first video, the stupid space babies, and of course I know you guys talked about it the other night. I didn't get to see all that, but I'm waiting for his second review. That's going to be hilarious. But he said he almost turned the TV off. I saw him tweet out. That's evil. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Jesus. Hey, I have no excuse because I don't review anything. But I'm such a Doctor Who fan that I got to admit that I'd like to see it so I can. I mean, I'm so pissed off at what they're doing. I like to watch the thing so I can bitch about it. Bitching rights, I call it. If you want to call it hate watching, screw you. I'm hate watching it. That's fine. I'll own that. That doesn't mean I can't be swayed if they do something good. But all I know is these jackasses. I was a fan of Doctor Who before most of them were born. These people make this garbage, so screw them. I was watching Doctor Who before you were in your daddy's pants. I agree, Gwag. I understand you don't want to hear about it. I don't know. You're right. We'll let people who actually get paid to review it, but I'm just going to bitch about it. Wes Cagle watches Voyager so he could hate watch. You rock, West. Oh, crap. Oh, man. I can't believe he made you guys watch Doomcock. How dare you, man? How could you, DC? Oh, man, I think he's gone over to the dark side, making you guys watch it. That's hilarious. Oh, man. I love this review of Space Babies. Of course, I agree with him wholeheartedly. So, DC, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I didn't even have to, and I did. So, I did it in solidarity with you, Doomcock, my brother, who had a birthday this week. By the way, happy birthday to my brother, Lord Doomcock. My good buddy. I wouldn't be watching Voyager if it wasn't for Saturday Night Star Trek, says Wagner. Oh, well, thank you, man. Blame it on me, I see. Blame it on Raquel, too. I love bitch watching. Bitch watching. Even I wouldn't watch Dr. Pooh. No, yeah. It's horrible. And there's the thing is, guys, there's some idiots liking this thing. Sorry to be that way because there's some nice people that like it too. There's at least one person on that I respect a lot liked it, and I wanted to cry, man. I was like, a good dude, like him a lot, and I was floored that he when I saw him tweet out that he liked it. God bless him. I'm not going to do anything, but I was like, look, if you love Doctor Who, how you could, it's one thing if you don't give a shit about Doctor Who. I guess you could like anything, but. And he likes Shooty Gatwat. Shooty Gatwat sucks. But anyway, I'm off of that now. So you get me started on it. I want to thank you all for being here with me tonight. It's been fantastic. And wish you all a wonderful week. I hope to see you all, everywhere out there on the streams. And good night, everybody. And have a fantastic week.
Clobberin time! Clobber on 'em all!
is given.
Groovy.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
I just love clobbering time.